Hello. Welcome back. This is day 11 of our Lean Athlete Lifestyle Show. We're doing 100 days in total. So consider subscribing if you want to hear all the way to the end and beyond. So, Coach Jared here, aka Jared Sweity, the owner of Fit Addicts and the founder of the Lean Athlete Blueprint program. So, what we want to talk about today is gym etiquette, how to act and behave in the gym itself, because it's a shared space and it's a public space as well. I mean, obviously it's owned by whoever owns the gym, but again, you are going to be there probably with other people, depending on what time you go. If you go in the evening, it's going to be very, very busy, like I was last night. And if you go in the morning, it can vary. You never know. But yeah, that is one of the biggest things that we do want to cover on today's topic is proper gym etiquette. And also, it might help you feel a little bit more confident and comfortable going to the gym if you are not familiar with going already. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing I would want to talk about here is respect the space. We kind of mentioned that in the first little bit of the segment, but let's kick things off with the first point, proper gym etiquette, if we could. So respect the space. When you step into a commercial gym, it's almost like entering a shared temple of sweat and determination. That's one of the biggest things that I like to think of it as, at least. And a lot of people are doing exactly that. They are determined and they are sweaty, and you might be too. Others are in there to achieve their own individual goals and after their own individual results, just like you. So don't leave your weights hanging around. Don't leave a huge mess, clutter of plates laying around and dumbbells. And don't collect all the dumbbells if you have a superset to do, right? You can use one set of dumbbells and then you can go back, re-rack it, and grab another pair. That totally works, and you're okay to do that, all right? You're okay to do a little bit of walking back and forth. When you use a bench or machine, be sure to wipe it down when you are done. Usually gyms will have wipes there for you that you can wipe down the machines and get it to be cleaned down. Especially throughout the pandemic, that was a big thing, was keeping things very, very clean and sharing your space. You know, now that things are mostly back to normal around the world, it's going to be even more important to try and remember to do that because it's not such a common thing nowadays. And there are some studies, if you want me to show you and tell you about cleanliness there, that we can really go over. You may want to wipe down your machine before you even use it. So keep that in mind as well. So just about showing respect to your fellow gym goers, really at the heart of it. Number 2 is sharing is caring. I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was actually at the gym and I saw 2 leg press machines, believe it or not, that were unused, and I had maybe like 1 or 2 more sets left of where I was at, and I was almost going to rush it so I can get there without anybody being there with me. But there was one gentleman, we looked about, similar experience in the gym, and this doesn't matter. You can ask anybody and they should be fine with it more often than not, and you should be too. However, this individual, I thought there was going to be a little resistance, I'll be honest, and I was like kind of worried, like, okay, well, he doesn't want to share it, that's fine. And if they don't, that's okay. Maybe they have their own set routine that they're doing. Maybe it'll just cause them a little bit more time and effort if you will get involved with their machine and their set. But this person, it took a second. I think there was a little bit of a language barrier, but otherwise it worked. And we joked around, we fist bumped, and we cheered each other on and helped each other put the plates on and off. And yeah, it was a great experience. But that doesn't happen all the time. More often than not, it does though. I would say like 95 to 100, almost 100% people will be okay with that, and so should you, I think. So again, back to the point, the gym can be busy, equipment can be in high demand. So if you're waiting for a machine or whatever, then maybe work in with someone or let someone work in with you, right? We're on our own fitness journeys. Cooperation is super key. Makes it more enjoyable in the space that you're there, and makes it also a really nice and friendly environment that we all want to be a part of. Remember, we're a community for striving for our own individual goals together. Isn't that cool? All right. Segment number 3, we're going to talk a little bit about keeping it clean. We talked about that before, wiping things down. That also includes, your clothes and also your odor. I tried to call the client this morning, and they were just asking about hygiene and maybe some differences and changes that happens when you start a routine and you start a different diet. There are different odors that could come off. There could be, for sure. There are some different studies that I can send you as well, talking about body odor when it comes to either different nutrition or just body odor in general. But let's try and wear deodorant here if we could, or wear clean clothes. You don't want to wear those sweaty clothes that you wore for the past few weeks or even worse, a month, or right after you finish hockey or soccer or anything like that. Let's try and have some fresh clothes going into there, at least ones that don't have a bad stench to them, all right? Always clean a tire. And like I said, deodorant is very good. Take a shower at least once a day if possible. Sweating's part of the game. We get that. Sometimes that's, excretion could be a little bit of scent and a little odor attached to it. Nobody wants to be around, someone who's not minding their personal hygiene. And that also means not wearing too much perfume and not wearing too much cologne, okay? That also is part of it. Even though you smell fantastic, some people are allergic to it. So just keep that in mind as well for the amount you might put on. All right, show some respect, please and thank you. Segment number 4, volume control, right? Your gym playlist might be a personal jam, but not everyone wants to hear it. So headphones are a big part of it. I like to use these buds. You might use like the Apple buds or whatever they're called. I saw someone who dropped theirs out onto the floor. So yes, there's a bigger chance that you could lose these, especially these, because if the floor is matching color, it could be an issue. But for you, over the head ones are fantastic. Those ones have a really, really good sound. These ones might have a risk for hearing damage, but I mean, you're not really wearing it for the whole time at max volume. If you are, maybe you want to turn it down a little bit to protect those ears. And I know those of us who are listening, they can't really see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Samsung Galaxy buds I got like 4 years ago or something like that, and they still work fantastic. And they're a great microphone source. You can talk on the phone with them. They're fantastic. So yeah, we all work out with our own rhythms, and be aware of the noise you're making. It's a big difference maker. I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but I did want to bring it up. Number 5, motivation to get back. All right, folks, so here's a little heartwarming motivation. You're at the gym because you have a goal. Whether it's building muscle, losing weight, or improving your overall health, remember why you started. That's the exact reason you want to take into each and every session if you can. So think about your fitness journey as your own form of self-improvement. Every workout is a step closer to your goal. Every step in that gym is another step towards your goal. And, every respectful interaction with the gym and the people in there is going to make that fitness community more and more supportive for you and everyone else around you. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining this segment. I do want to talk a little bit about, before we wrap up here, what we're going to talk about, taking action. If you're serious about leveling up in the gym, in your fitness game, consider joining my one-on-one program, the Lean Athlete Blueprint program. This is fantastic, and it's personalized guidance you need to crush your own fitness goals, like clockwork. No questions asked. Stay connected and motivated, and follow me on social media at FitNatics on TikTok, on Instagram, and then you can also join our free Facebook community. It's called the Fit After 30. It has a free 3-week course, which is why I was studying before. I was trying to say that first. There's a 3-week course in there that's all nutrition based, setting up your environment for success, understanding what hunger means, and how to track your food just like you would your finances. It's a very, very good practice, and it's all free for yourself in that page, Fit After 30 Facebook group. That's a wrap on this episode, everyone. That's the proper etiquette for going to a commercial gym. Let's make a gym that's welcome to everyone. I also want to touch on filming, but I think that's just, as long as you can film, as much as you want, but it's just how you hold and how you carry yourself when you have those videos. It's going to make a big difference. So make sure you're being respectful to those around you, and you're not doing it to disseminate or belittle somebody around your environment, as far as I can tell you, because that is a big no-no, and it is shamed upon, and you might end up on Joey Swole's account, and then your whole thing will be shut down if you do want to post it on social media. So thanks for tuning in to the Lean Athlete Lifestyle Show. Till next time, keep pushing forward, and we'll see you tomorrow.